Yo, 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 hello and welcome to old YouTube. Odds are you came here from the Xbox video, the juggling video, the N-word video, maybe, and this loincloth video, which I have no idea why it's popular right now. If you like videos like that, don't hit subscribe. I don't make videos like that anymore, but thanks for stopping by. If you like long, rambly videos, which I'm about to make right now, then maybe hit subscribe. I'm going to say a little bit about who I am and what this channel is right now, but it's unedited, ramble, whatever. We'll start real easy. I guess you could categorize me as a Pan-African Taoist shaman. There you go. That's the channel you're running into now. And I just laid out an assortment of books here to, sometimes it's easy. Actually, I read this and it's probably true that a person who doesn't know you can know more about you by going into your room and just looking at what all is there better than your friends sometimes, because they're going in there objective and they're just looking at all the stuff. So I laid out some of the stuff here. One of the stuffs is I'm now doing a podcast. The link to that will be below. I only have 2 episodes up. They're both pretty rambly, but I hope it gets better as time goes on. And let's just go through books. Like I said, Taoist. So I've been reading the Tao Te Ching for like 20 plus years. I'm very well versed in Taoism and the accompanying martial art that goes with it. I've been doing Tai Chi for 20 years. I guess Taoism 25 plus years. Tai Chi for 20. Like I'm a certifiable Tai Chi master. I got this thing called Flowism that I'm working on. If you're interested in a new life of philosophy / religion / whatever it is, I'm working on that. Here I just got another. I like the history of Taoism, Shamanism, all that. I mentioned Pan-Africanism, but I was raised by a black nationalist. This book here is the Breaking the Chains of Psychological Slavery. I guess I got another black nationalist book I could have pulled out. Here we go. Since I'm in rambling mode, you can see, not that this is a black nationalist book. I'll end up getting more of these, but here you go. Taking Down White Supremacy. A reader on multiracial and multinational unity. A side note about white supremacy is that it's interesting. I'll give a shout out to Jordan Peterson here. While I don't totally agree with what he's all about, one thing he mentioned that was interesting is that the patriarchy is actually, obviously people know it's not good for women, but it's also not good for men. It's good for men who are at the top of the food chain, but most men are not, and that sucks for them. So black nationalism, Pan-Africanism, let me grab this, the healing wisdom of Africa. I have some, here, this is an interesting note. I made this image not too long ago. It's got the Pan-African flag colors in it, and that's a photo from Kenya. But I always had this, you're meeting me at a transitional moment because I've studied Chinese philosophy, I'm somewhat fluent in Chinese. I've studied all this stuff 20 years, and it was always in my mind, after I have some mastery over Chinesey stuff, I'd switch to African stuff. And that's what's happening now. I'm, healing wisdom of Africa. What other books? Here's, a guy I like a lot, Derek Sivers. If you don't know who he is, I'll put a link below. He's an awesome dude. Picked up a couple of his books. I picked this up, this Tim Ferriss book. I've been following him on and off for a long time. I just picked this up earlier this week. Pretty cool book. It just has, he asked a bunch of high-performing people the same questions, and then he just put their answers, edited it into a book. What else we got here? Super fan of Bruce Lee. I mean, this doesn't say a whole lot. This is a really cool book that I'm not even sure where I picked it up from, but it just has a bunch of Bruce Lee's writings that went unpublished while he was alive, and that was really random. I don't remember putting this in here, but boom! Silver Surfer. I guess that's a little bit about me. That's my favorite comic dude. I had no idea that was in there. What else should I grab? Here are just some interesting interesting topics. Hidden Life of Trees. Just throwing a bunch of random books in here, son. Hidden Life of Trees. This book, I have to finish it. But it kind of like breaks down how trees, I mean, obviously they're alive, but they have like social networks. They talk to each other. One of the most interesting facts I read out of here is like if a stump, like a really old tree, if it gets cut down or falls over something, the other trees, because this tree like hooked them up throughout their life, they'll keep that stump alive as time goes on. Weapons of Math Destruction. That just talks about how AIs and whatnot are big data is kind of messing with stuff. Donut Economics. This is I'm really into not even sustainability. We talk about the sustainable movement, trying to make stuff green, but I don't even know if she talks about it in here. See, that's about how far I've gotten into the book. But more important, from just an obvious standpoint, is sustainability isn't good enough. We have to create a regenerative economy, one that sustainability isn't going to fix anything. We need to go beyond that. We need to make it so our actions are actually making the planet and whatnot stronger. Here, I guess, two more, I don't know, maybe three more books. You can, it gives you an idea about me. Like I mentioned, shaman stuff, really into shamanism, but it's tricky. I just recently found someone who will kind of act as a in-person, guide into shamanism. I've read a lot about it. And what would I say about shamanism real quick? It's interesting because if you go back in time, all indigenous peoples and tribes had, a shaman-like figure. And as we started, what do we call it, agriculture, and then living in cities, there's a lot of, we got disconnected from some of the spiritual elements that we had as a social unit that have been lost. And I think they'll need to be reclaimed, for reasons of mental health. Oh, there's something to throw out. I'm bipolar, severely bipolar too. Like not bipolar 2, bipolar also. I'm bipolar 1. And I don't know how much you know about bipolar, maybe nothing. You can ask me. I have videos out there about it. I'll talk about it more. But I think there's a strong link between something like shamanism and different mental health things, especially bipolar disorder. I just picked this up. I've been wanting to get a copy of this for a long time. The Hero with 1,000 Faces, Joseph Campbell, about the hero's journey. If you don't know anything about the hero's journey, it's worth looking up. It's interesting. He basically kind of breaks down how there's this reoccurring theme, if you look across all cultures, about heroes, and that one's good. And I guess should I throw him in? I'll throw him in just because I'm not really a cigar aficionado just yet. This is Davidoff. He has a international, global cigar lounges, and he does his own cigars. And my friend's really into cigars, and I just picked up this book because he looked like an interesting dude. So my friends always take me. I smoke cigars somewhat regularly with my buddy. Cigars. Is that all? These might be, if you're from the juggling video, these are probably I just saw these laying there. These are probably the balls from that video, if you made it in this far. So that's it. Oh, here, turning around, messing with tarot a little bit. There you go. If you got any questions, that's a good ramble, 10 minutes. If you got any questions, comments, there's a video you want to see from me that doesn't require editing, that I can do in one shot, let me know. Check out my website or whatever. Links will be below. That's about it. There, finally did an intro video. I've been planning on editing something, but now I got this podcast I'm messing with. I ain't got time to be editing just yet. So there's 10 minutes. We'll make it. Oh yeah, I really like the number 108, so we'll try to stop at 10:008. Peace.